Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Subramaniam Maslamani. I am a Tamil. Today my topic is building self-esteem, self-respect, self-reliance and self-sufficiency among Tamils. This is the day, today is the first day of peace in the minds of Tamils and also Sinhalese. The problem with Tamils is that we don't make much effort to build our self-esteem, self-respect, self-reliance and self-sufficiency. We kept looking for freedom, but it is within us how we esteem ourselves. Secondly, the Sinhalese have no self-respecting either. They have been imbued into fanaticism, racism and barbarism. It's their culture. There's nothing Tamils can do about it. What we can do is to deviate from them and differentiate ourselves and associate it with other world-class communities. What is self-esteem? It's a sense of feeling that you are unique and your life is a precious gift, and to cherish it uncompromisingly and to devote your life to serving the universe that endowed you with this great gift. Plato said, until all humans become philosophers, having great wisdom and greatness, there will never be an end to social pestilence. And I always believed and accepted that clear conscience is an invisible but an invisible force. No human can excel well in his endeavor without feeling great. I hope all my brethren henceforth define them and work relentlessly to build a great society. I feel sorry for the naive and innocent few Tamils who still think that they should look up onto the Sinhalese for our freedom. They don't have it. In fact, they think that we have it and they want it. So reach out to them and give it to them. We are endowed with great, never-ending fountain of wealth. Let's share it with them. Make them part of our family. Sinhalese people need our help more than we need their help. This is the day, today is the first day of peace in the minds of Tamils and Sinhalese. Sound philosophical? Then read Plato and Marcus Aurelius on meditations. We are set out to remove the stigma and silent subjugation imposed upon the Dravidians by the invading barbarians from the north and south. No Tamil feels guilty about it, for they were indoctrinated into inferiority. If you keep telling someone that he is a loser, sooner or later he will begin to believe in it. So it happened 3,500 years ago, and we were told that dark-skinned people are inferior, and it continued on for 2 millennia. But some of us living in the free world realize that with so much of intelligence capability, why do we still have the second-class mentality? For 3,500 years, this moral degradation has been going on, and this has led to a morally and physically weaker community of people. And we have subconsciously accepted a lower status of living. Scientifically, caste system amounts to smaller inbreeding populations that produce weaker people. I am an avid reader, so one day I saw a book written by Norman Vincent Peale about the power of positive thinking. As I read, it felt like a dark curtain lifting in front of me. Then I moved into books by Og Mandino, Stephen Covey, Anthony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Andrew Carnegie, Robert Schuller, Dennis Whiteley, and very many others. And I recovered from the 2 millennia of curse laid on my thought processor. Then I began to write. My first book is Yes You Can. Then I wrote a book on Successful Immigrant. Then the third book, The Mighty Oak from Tiny Acorn. The unedited versions are available on worldclasstamil.com. It is free. There are lots of things I learned. Some of them are self-image, self-esteem and self-respect. The most important quality I learned was that there is a direct correlation between how I feel about myself and my performance. Translated into economic terms, if you want to be successful, you have to recover your self-image, self-esteem and self-respect. Norman Vincent Peale taught me how positive thinking can alter my life and health. Robert Schuller taught me how perseverance, determination can pay off. When I change my inner qualities, my outer appearances changed. There is nothing wrong with people except they live in an assumed imaginary world of inferiority and superiority. If we accept everyone as equal and capable in their own way, then we begin to develop respect for ourselves and each other. I noticed that the Tamils are different from rest of the people of the subcontinent. They are very enterprising, hardworking, family oriented, but they have this inferiority complex and second class citizen syndrome. So here I am going to help my people to re-examine their status of their mind. Why do we fear other races and intimidate our own? When it comes to other races, we are with our tails in between our legs. And when we see our own kind, we get this superiority complex. No self-respecting man will classify another man as inferior. That mentality led us into behave like inferior people among other races. I have been mixing with the other races. They respect you the way they want you to respect them. Bill Cosby is an African by descent, but Americans do not call him black. They call him a comedian because he believed in him. Let me explain to you folks about how the caste system came into being. It is described in the book called Lessons of History by Will and Ariel Durant. The invading Nordics from the north of India found the dark-skinned Dravidians were too much to handle. So they devised a plan to weaken them. They knew from their experience that smaller inbreeding and intramarrying populations are weak in very many ways. So they introduced the caste system. They segregate the people into small intra-breeding or intramarrying populations. And here we are a weaker race with all forms of diseases. So we have problems with our nature and nurture. We had to rectify both. Nurture is what you are, the entelechy as said by Plato. Nurture is what you can become. If you ground yourself on your natural talent and that nature, you will become invincible. That creative force within has to be nurtured and unleashed its power. Tamils are very good in education, but are we good in entrepreneurships? Education is what you study and learn. It does not give you the courage to be self-creative, but you need it. You learned what others research. Now you have to create your own. If you are a parent, encourage your children into art, music, handicraft and self-experimentation. So Tamils must venture into inventions and discovery. I want to say something about leadership, which we Tamils miss a lot. The word leadership is an acronym. If you split it, it has L for listen, E for educate, A for analyze, D for decide, E for empower, R for regulate, S for streamline, H for harness, I for inspire, P for proliferate. If you want to lead a community of people, you don't carry them on your shoulder. You cannot, but you empower them to carry themselves to unleash the creative capacity within them. We were smothered down to subservient people by very many people, very many times. That is narcissism. The old feudalistic thoughts and activism must come to an end. Every Tamil should feel empowered and excel in their own capability and capacity. One more thing, that intelligence is what you develop within your lifetime. It cannot be genetically transmitted. It has to be transmitted through indoctrination. So if you are born in an uneducated family, you can become an intelligent person. We have got to get every Tamil excel in life. Everyone, even if one person is left behind, it will be a drag on the whole community. That is for this week, folks. As I always say, all Tamils must unite, stay together, work hard and never ever give up. Thank you very much. My name is Subramaniam Masalamani, a world-class Tamil powered by convictions, commitments and conscience.